Hi everyone. So today this video I will show you how to build API using Iterator Mediator. Let's start how to do that one. So quickly let me go through Integration Studio. Right click this API, click new and go and create one new REST API XML file. Create new artifact. Next. So here I am giving Iterator API and context also I am giving here iterator. So this version type, let me modify this one to context and giving one initial version and finish this one. So let's go through understand what is the requirement we want to we want to demonstrate here. So let me go through notepad. So this one one small note I added here. So this iterator mediator, we need to do what? We need to add one iterator mediator. So after iterator mediator, we need to call one payload mediator. So why I am calling, I'll explain you one step by step. After payload, we will add one log mediator for monitoring purpose. Then we will use respond mediator. Okay. So this iterator mediator we will add our expression. So that expression is this one JSON eval and dollar message. So we will create one message. Within message we will pass one a value name Naren. So that name value we will pass it as a payload evaluator expression. So as we already see multiple videos how we will use this activity. So those who are new to this channel, kindly go through my channel So Beyond Doubt. So it have multiple type of videos I'm exploring how we can develop API using WSO2. You can try that one. So this one if you are adding dollar name, as you already know, it will fetch the data from this field. So just remember if you are using iterator mediator, make sure your request body is array. Okay, if you are passing JSON, you will get the response in log, but you will not get the response in your Postman or in your any open source application. So just make sure if you are passing iterator, so we are adding array. So in next video we will see how we will pass multiple nested JSON inside the array and how we can iterate one by one. So without wasting any time, let's start how to do that one. Me quickly go through Integration Studio. So here there is one mediator is here, right? Iterate. If I drag and drop here, right? So this default view, design view this way. If I save this one and go through source view, so this is iterator mediator default view. So go through design view here. So this design view. Let me go through design view. Let me drag and drop here, because if you are not adding any expression or something, it will by default remove. So let me add one more again. So here let me right click and go through show property view. So here we will see what all overview and what all functionality is available in iterate mediator. So here iterate ID is there, iterated expression is there, sequence mediation is there. So by default these all are false only. If you select that one, it will true. Consider as a true. Sequence mediator, continue, parents and pizor payload. So what we need to do here, so if you are adding, there is one additional requirement, if you are adding ID, then that particular ID we need to add one more mediator, aggregate mediator. Okay, so that aggregate mediator flow and the nested array condition we will learn in next video. This video just I'll explain you how we will pass one expression, and from that expression, what I mean this path expression. Okay, from this expression how we will pass our JSON request and how we will fetch the value from the JSON array. Let's understand that one. So this iterator expression, if you click that one, drop down this one to expression. Okay, so here I'm doing what? I'm adding here JSON -eval. So inside JSON -eval, what I did, I added dollar. Dollar means the whole JSON. Okay, so whole JSON I'm just passing here message. So $.message. So it will fetch whatever value available in message body. Okay, so let me click OK and save this file. So if you go through your source code, right? So now it added one expression here with the value is this one. So as for our scenario, we need to call one value JSON eval $message, right? Then we need to do what? We need to use one payload mediator, and from payload mediator we will fetch the value of name arguments, this particular argument value $.name. So it will fetch this name value from inside from the message. So let's go through this Integration Studio. So here what I need to do, let me click P. So this payload mediator, let me right click this one, go through show property view. So here this media type, let me modify this one to JSON. Okay, so this payload I want to paste the name value, right? So I'm adding here, let me add here. Okay, so let me go through this payload. Okay, so this payload I want to pass the particular value, right? So let me go through notepad. So here I'm just copy. So this is my request. So this is my response, right? So this response, let me copy this one, go through Integration Studio. This is one sample. So here message status I added Narayan, right? So let me remove this one. So this value I need to paste from the request. So this argument, let me click this one. So this value let me modify to expression, and so this evaluator, right? So this evaluator like keep as it is. So here let me modify. So let's modify this XML to JSON here. So here what I need to do, I need to paste the data from the request, right? So I'm adding here name. Click OK. Now finish this one. So whatever value like inside that message and this name value, right? So it will fetch that one. So let me save this one. Okay, 1 minute. So let me double click this one, change to this one to JSON. Okay, finish this one. So now our expression is ready. Now we need to do what? Let me add one log mediator. So for monitoring purpose, like our flow is correct or not. So property view. Here let's modify this one to full. Okay. Let me close this one and save this file. Now we need to respond back to the customer actual response, right? We will get this logger in the log mediator, but how we will print this response in Postman? So let me add one respond mediator here. This is for respond back to the customer. So for terminate this flow, let me add one more respond mediator. So we'll terminate this one. So save this file. So now our flow is ready, like one sample flow using Iterator Mediator. Now let's create one car file to verify our code is working or not. Exporter, go to application project, export application project. So here I'm giving one name. So Iterator Mediator API. So click next here. So here this demo config, right? Let me uncheck this one. So we need to select what? We need to select Iterator API. This is a new API selected here. Let me finish this one. So it is showing what? Carbon archive file successfully created in the given destination. Click OK. Now let's deploy this car file to verify our source code is working or not. We go through EI carbon portal. Let me refresh this one. Let's make sure your session is active or not. Scroll down. So this one carbon application, right? Click add here. So here it is showing to upload your new car file. Choose that particular car file which you want to test. So let me go through WSO2 project. So here this is the Iterator Mediator API, right? Let me select this one. Now open this file. If you upload this file, right, it will take some second to reflect your API file in this carbon application list. Let's wait for a few seconds, then refresh this one. So now it is 25 running, right? If I refresh this one, so it is showing what? 26 running. So now looks like our API added here. Scroll down. So here you can see this is our new API. Okay, Iterator Mediator API. Let's verify our source code is working or not. Let me go through API. Scroll down. Click next. So again click next. Okay, this is our API. So I think one thing I missed here. If I go through code, right? If I go through source view. So I missed one method. So looks like this method I missed here. So we need to modify this method to post. So for quick testing, we can do this thing through UI itself. Let me go through, click edit here and click yes. So here source to switch to source view, right? Click this one and this method type. Let me modify this one to post. Scroll down and save this file. So it is showing what? Successfully updated the API. Let's verify our source code is working or not. So click last here because the file is it looks like it's our last phase only. Let me copy this one, go through Postman here. So make sure this API invocation you are copying properly. So let me go through Postman. So as I am using post method, select this method type post. So I'm adding here the URL here. So this is my URL which I want to paste the iterated value. Go through body, select raw data. So here modify this one to JSON. Okay. So as per our test scenario, I need to use this request value. Let me copy this one. Go through Postman. So I'm adding that particular request so as I mentioned within the message. If you go through our source code, right? So first I did what? In iterator expression, I just fetch the value, whatever value is available inside the message. After message, I just go through the message and I just fetch one more value like name. So if the name value is exist inside this one, and if I send request, right, if you see, right, so I'm getting the message status and errand. So if I'm passing this to different value, like if I'm adding one here, and if I send request, right, so I'm not getting anything. So that means our source code is validating proper data. So let me roll back our response again and request again and send request. So now I'm getting my name here. So that means payload mediator and iterator mediator is working properly only. And if I go through log, so here also if you see, I'm getting the proper response. Okay, so that means our code is working fine. So those who are newly watching or already existing watching, kindly go through my channel and watch step by step process of each video. So I'm explaining step by step of each videos, and if you have time, kindly share and subscribe my channel. So it will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you so much.